So in the last class, we just started classification of IC engine, and we have seen two types. First classification we have seen in our last lecture, that was on the basis of ignition. That is, it may be a spark ignition IC engine or a compression ignition IC engine. Today we will see some more types. The second type of classification which take place in IC engine is dependent upon the engine cycle. So on the basis of engine cycle, we have either 4-stroke IC engine or 2-stroke cycle IC engine. In a 4-stroke cycle, we can experience total number of piston movement as 4 over 2 engine revolution for each cycle. That is 2 crankshaft revolution for each engine cycle. That means the total rotation of this crankshaft will be of 720 degrees. Then we have a 2-stroke cycle engine, which will have 2 piston movements over 1 revolution for each cycle. That means the total revolution in this case, it will be about 360 degrees. Other than this, 3-stroke and 6-stroke, these engines were also developed in early stages, but since the efficiency of these engines were not very good, so their production was stopped at that stage only. The commonly used engines depending upon the engine cycle are just two, which are 4-stroke and 2-stroke. Let's compare both of these engines. If we see 4-stroke and 2-stroke. So in this figure, we can see both of these engines. Here, we can see the cycle of operation in 4-stroke IC engine, and here we can see it for 2-stroke IC engine. So if we see for the basic differences, so in 4-stroke, the complete cycle is completed in 4-stroke of piston, that is 4 movements of piston, or 2 complete revolution of the crankshaft, that is 720 degrees of revolution. While in 2-stroke, we can see the complete cycle has been completed in just in 2-stroke of pistons, or we can say 1 revolution of crankshaft, or the total revolution of this crankshaft will be of 360 degrees. In case of 4-stroke engine, the turning moment or the power output which we are getting is not very much uniform as compared to 2-stroke. So a heavy flywheel is needed in case of 4-stroke IC engine, but in case of 2-stroke, the power output which we are getting is very much uniform, and a lighter flywheel can be used. For same size of engine, since one power stroke we are getting in two revolution of crankshaft in a 4-stroke engine, so we can say for the same size of engine, the power produced by the 4-stroke engine is less, while the power produced by the 2-stroke engine is more when we are comparing it size wise. If both these engines are of same size, in that case, we can say that the power produced by a 4-stroke engine is less as compared to 2-stroke engine. Why? Because in case of 4-stroke, for 2 revolution, you are getting 1 power stroke. But in case of 2-stroke, for each revolution of crankshaft, you are getting a power stroke. Lesser cooling and lubrication requirements are there for a 4-stroke engine, whereas they require large amount of cooling and lubrication for a 2-stroke IC engine. In four-stroke IC engine, we can see there are valves, and in two-stroke, there are no valves, just ports. One is inlet port, one is exhaust port, and another one is our transfer port. So in case of four-stroke, since we are having valve, we have to place a mechanism as a valve mechanism, which will be consisting of cam and follower system and camshafts. So because of this valve and valve mechanism, the costing of our four-stroke IC engine will be high as compared to two-stroke engine. Then if we talk about the efficiency of four-stroke IC engine is very high as compared to two-stroke. Four-stroke IC engines are preferred in those applications in which the efficiency is very much important, like our automobiles, industrial engines, power generator, etc. While two-stroke IC engines are used where economy and compactness, lightweight, these things are important. Efficiency is not very much of concern there. Like in case of ships, in ships we are using a two-stroke IC engine. In case of moped, we are using a two-stroke IC engine, and hand spare, lawn mowers. In these cases, where compactness is very much important, in this particular application, we are using two-stroke IC engine. Mainly, you will be seeing two-stroke IC engine in case of ships, because in case of ship, we have a larger number of systems, like you require a small power generator for power generation there. You also require water purification system. Then for cooling purpose, air conditioning, cooling, you require another system. Also, the space available in a particular ship, that is also very less as compared to the number of systems which are required there. So the type of engines which is generally preferred in case of ship is two-stroke, because it will be very compact. It will occupy much lesser space as compared to four-stroke, and also the power output which will be provided there will be very high. So these are some of the differences between the four-stroke and two-stroke IC engine. These differences you have already seen in your subject, basic mechanical engineering. Now we will see some more detailed classification. One more type of classification depends upon the location of valves. Depends upon the location of valve. Where is the valves located? So if we are talking about valves, this type of classification will be applied only for the four-stroke IC engine, because two-stroke IC engine, they don't have valves. Since they are not having any type of valves, this classification will not be valid there. So depending upon the valve location, we have first one, L-head type of IC engine. In this L-head type of IC engine, the inlet and outlet valve, these are located in the cylinder block. The position of valve is located in the cylinder block. The same valve will be acting as inlet and exhaust both. Then we can have both the valves placed at the cylinder head. We can have both the valves placed at the cylinder head, and these type of IC engine are known as I-head type of IC engine. This is I-head type. This is L-head. Then we have one more, F-head. In F-head type of IC engine, one of the valve is located at the cylinder head. Another valve is located on the cylinder block. These were very old engine and not very much common nowadays. Then we can have valves in opposite sides of the cylinder block. One can be inlet and one is our outlet or exhaust valve. This type of engines are known as T-head type of IC engine. So depending upon the valve location, we are having 4 different types of IC engine. One L-head type, another one is I-head type of IC engine, then F-head, and one more is T-head type of IC engine. Out of these types, nowadays I-head is the most common one which we are utilizing. I-head, or you can say overhead type of IC engine. This one is very much common nowadays. L-head, F-head, these were used on older times for automobile during the early stages of engine development, and in some old engines you can see T-head type of valve mechanisms also. The next classification which we have is depending upon another classification is depending upon the arrangement of cylinder, how the cylinder is arranged in case of IC engine. If we have only a single cylinder, only one cylinder, one piston, then it is known as single cylinder engine, which is very much common in case of our two-wheelers. In two-wheelers, most of the IC engine which we see is of a single cylinder type. Then in case of multi-cylinder engines, the first one we can say is inline or straight engine. In inline engine, all the cylinders of multi-cylinder engine are arranged in a straight line. You can see in this figure, it is a 4-cylinder engine, and in this particular engine, all the cylinders are arranged in a straight line. This type of engine is known as inline engine or straight engine. These are quite common nowadays for our automobiles, and for all these engines, it is not like that for each particular engine we will be having a separate crankshaft. We have one single crankshaft and transmission mechanism for all these engines. We have a single crankshaft. If I provide each of the cylinder a separate crankshaft, then our mechanism will be quite complicated. So for transmission of power, what we are using, we are just using a single crankshaft. In this, the number of cylinder in this type can be either 4 or 6. 4 or 6 number of cylinders are very much common in this particular type of IC engine. Then we have a V engine, in which the cylinders are arranged in a V shape in between 2 banks of cylinder which are inclined to each other. They are also having one crankshaft. Both these blank will be having only one crankshaft. Mostly the high power vehicles, or you can say SUV, sports utility vehicle, these vehicles are having V-shaped engine. And also in this, generally the number of cylinder is more than 6. The most common type of V-shaped engine which we can see in practical life is a V8 engine. It is a V8 engine. Then we can have a opposed cylinder engine. Opposed cylinder engine. In this type of engine, there are 2 cylinders located in the same plane, but on the opposite side of the crankshaft. You have a single crankshaft at the center, and both the cylinders are located in the same plane, but on the opposite side. Or you can say it is basically a type of inline engine in which the cylinders are 180 degrees apart to each other. Both the cylinders are in same line. So we can say it is a inline type of IC engine. But what is happening here? Both the cylinders are placed at an angle of 180 degree apart. It is a very well balanced engine and it is commonly used in case of small aircraft. The small aircraft which we generally see in case of air shows. In those aircraft, the engine which is used is opposite cylinder engine. Then we have a W engine. We have a W engine. This W shape of engine, in this the cylinders are arranged in shape of a W, and the angle which is here is the angle which we are using in case of W cylinder is usually about 60 degree. About 60 degree of angle is there. The angle which is here, it is about 60, and the number of cylinders which are here are about 12. The modern fast high speed cars, or you can say Formula One, are using these type of cylinder engines. Then we have one more type, opposed piston engine. In the opposed piston engine, we have a single cylinder. In this particular type, we are having a single cylinder, and this single cylinder is having two different pistons. This is our piston number 1. This is piston number 2. Each piston is driven by a separate crankshaft. In this particular case, we are having two different crankshaft, and the movement of these pistons are managed by coupling of these crankshaft. That is, both of these cranshafts are coupled together. It is also a very well balanced engine, and if you see closely, there is no cylinder head present in this type of engine. There is no cylinder head present in this particular type of engine. That is, the valves will be located at our cylinder block. This is our cylinder block. So in this particular cylinder block, we will be having valves. This engine usually functions for the two-stroke. In case of two-stroke engine, or in case of two-stroke application, we can see this type of opposed piston engine very common. Then we have a radial type of engine. This radial type of engine is the one in which we have more than two cylinders which are equally spaced around a single crankshaft. At a center position, we have a crankshaft, and around this, we have a number of cylinders which are equally spaced in a circumference of circle. These are most common in case of aircraft, or main specifically, you can say the passenger aircraft which we see. Passenger aircraft or jet engine, jet aircraft. These type of aircraft is having such radial engine. The number of cylinders are kept odd. It is 3, 5, 7, or 9. 3, 5, 7, or 9. These are the number of cylinders. The odd number of cylinders are kept by taking in view the balancing condition. by taking in view the balancing of engine. In case of odd number, it is very easy to balance, but if we change the number to a even, then it will be somewhat difficult to balance. About this balancing, you will be studying in this semester only in the subject dynamics of machine. Why the number of cylinders here is only odd and not we are using even number, that you will see in dynamics of machine. All the pistons are coupled to the same camshaft, so only single camshaft is utilized here. Then we have one more type, which is a other than this, some uncommon type of engines are also there, which we are not using nowadays very much. That's why I have not shown their figure. One is our H type. In this, H type, it is basically a variation of V type, and it have 4 bank of cylinders. Here we are having 2 banks. 2 bank means this one portion, one side of the V, it is known as one bank. This another portion, it is our second bank of cylinder. What is done in case of H type? We attach one more V in the downward direction. So it is basically a variation of V type, which is having 4 bank of cylinder and having a single camshaft. Not very common nowadays. Then there is one more type, which is H type of IC engine. H type is essentially opposite cylinder engine, but it will have 2 separate camshaft. Here we are using a single camshaft, but let's suppose in this case we are having 2 separate camshaft, like the engine will be looking like something like this. Here we have opposite cylinder engine connected by a 1 camshaft, and then there will be 2 more connected by another camshaft. This type of engine is H type of engine. Then we, on the basis of this opposite piston type, we have a U type of IC engine. In this U type, we don't have piston in opposite direction, but have it in same direction. That is, in one cylinder block, we have 2 different pistons in a single cylinder block, each operated by 2 different camshafts. Each one is operated by 2 different camshafts. This is a U type of IC engine. Then you can have a delta type also. In delta type, we have it is a combination of 3 opposed piston cylinder engine. Like here we have 1 opposed piston cylinder engine, connect 1 more in this direction and connect 1 more from this direction. So there will be total of 1, 2, 3, 3 different camshaft, and number of pistons will be here. Number of pistons which will be operating here are total 6 number of piston. This type is known as our delta type. So these type of engines which I have explained just now in the later stages, that is H, delta, U type. These are not very common type of engines which are used. After this, the classification after this which we are having are based upon the basic design. Based upon the basic design, the IC engine can be of a reciprocating type of IC engine, or it may be a rotary type of IC engine. In a reciprocating type, the engine will have one or more cylinders in which the piston will be reciprocating back and forth. Why I have written back and forth? Because if it is a vertical engine, then it will be the piston reciprocation will be top to bottom. But if it is it is opposite piston or horizontal engine, it will be left to right. So the engine in which the piston is reciprocating back and forth, it is known as our reciprocating type of IC engine. In this, the combustion chamber is located in the close end of each cylinder. Close end means the space between the cylinder head and the piston. That is our combustion chamber. And the power is delivered to a rotating output camshaft by mechanical linkage with the piston. Piston is our very first element and the most important element for power transmission. Then you have a rotary type of IC engine in which basically a rotor and the camshaft is there. The combustion chambers are built into the non-rotating block. What are these rotary type of IC engine? How they are classified? These we will be seeing in our fourth unit. Then according to position and number of cylinders of reciprocating engine that we have already seen, single cylinder, inline V engine, opposite cylinder, W, opposite piston and radial engines. Then depending upon the air intake process, how the air is supplied into the IC engine. So if it is naturally aspirated, that is, we are not using any type of pressure booster system to increase the pressure or temperature of intake air, then it is known as naturally aspirated engine. If the intake air pressure is increased with the help of a compressor, and if this compressor is getting power by the engine camshaft, then it is a supercharged engine. Or you can say the device is basically a supercharger. Supercharger is a device which is basically a compressor which is increasing the air pressure, intake air pressure, by utilizing the power which is built up at engine. And if it is utilizing the power by the engine exhaust gases to increase the intake air pressure, it is known as turbocharged engine. So we have two things. One is supercharger, another one is turbocharger. What effect you will be getting by increasing the intake pressure? The efficiency of your engine will improve furthermore by using these systems. And these systems are common in high-powered vehicles. The vehicle which are utilizing a very high amount of power, in that cases, these supercharger and turbocharger are very much common. Both are basically the same thing. The main difference is in power input. If the power is given by the exhaust of the engine, then it is a turbocharger. And if it is getting power directly from the engine, then it is a supercharger. Then in case of two-stroke cycle engine, in two-stroke cycle engine, the crankcase, it is acting as the air compressor for the intake air. So these types of engine are known as crankcase compressed engine. You can call two-stroke cycle engine as crankcase compressed engine, in which the intake air is compressing because of this crankcase or crankshaft. There we have seen a transfer port also. We will discuss in detail about its working, how the power generation take place in case of two-stroke cycle engine. And also this particular type, in this particular type, the development have not been done very much since we change our whole research and development to the four-stroke cycle engine because of the higher efficiency that we were getting in that case. Then we are having according to method of fuel input in case of SI engine, according to method of fuel input in case of SI engine. Like if you are using a carburetor, we say it as a carbureted engine. If you are using multi-port fuel injector, that is one or more injectors are used at the same time, it is a multi-point port fuel injector system. If the whole injector or whole working fluid is controlled with the help of our throttle input, then we can say it is a throttle body fuel injection system. So there are different type of fuel injection system in case of SI engine. Also in CI engine, there are some types which we will be seeing. Then you can classify the IC engine depending upon the fuel used. The most common are gasoline, diesel oil, gas, LPG, or you can also use alcohol. So they will be called alcohol engine. We can use ethanol or methanol as a fuel. Then we can have a dual fuel IC engine where a combination of two or more fuels can be used. For example, we are already using in some countries diesel and biodiesel. Diesel, biodiesel, both these combination are used, and in some cases diesel and methane are used. So there can be different combinations, or we are using CNG, petrol, or one more combination which is very common in our country, which is LPG and petrol. So these are basically dual fuel IC engine in which we are using two or more types of fuel. Then it can be a gasol type of engine in which there can be 90% of gasoline and 10% of alcohol. At present, our government is working on this. They are working on increasing the content of methanol in petrol so that the overall cost of the petrol can be lowered. Then depending upon the application, we have different types of IC engine like automobile engine, locomotive, stationary engine, which are utilized in case of generators, marine engine, which are utilized in ships, aircraft engine, or small portable engine like chainsaw, lawn mower, or model airplane, or you can say RC plane, remote control planes are there, some drones are there. Okay, so in this type you can use a small portable type of engine. Then depending upon the type of cooling, you can classify it as air cool engine or liquid cool or water cool engine. Cooling is very much essential for the running of engine. If you see at your two-wheeler, so up to 200cc, whatever two-wheeler we are getting, those are basically air cool engine. You are not supplying any other type of liquid there, but above it, or mostly in case of four-wheelers, we are using a coolant for our cooling purpose, or in some case, some old vehicle, you can utilize water also for the coolant purpose. So they will be classified under liquid cool or water cool. So there are several type of classification which we are having, and we can say a single engine can be identified under a number of classification. For example, if you talk about a modern IC engine, then this modern IC engine can be a turbocharged engine. It is a reciprocating engine, spark ignition, four-stroke cycle, overhead valve, water-cooled, gasoline, multi-point fuel injected V8 automobile engine. So same engine, we can classify it into different categories. It is not a compulsion that a particular engine can be classified only in a one way. It can be classified into multiple ways. So if you see if you are having a bike of 150 cc, so that engine, you can say it is a reciprocating single cylinder overhead valve spark ignition petrol air cooled carburetor engine. Which one? The engine which we are using in our two-wheeler. That can be a reciprocating engine, single cylinder engine, overhead valve, SI engine, petrol engine, air cooled, and carbureted engine. So same engine can be classified into different categories. So these are the classifications of IC engine which we have. In further class, we will be discussing some important engine performance parameters, and we will also be doing the energy analysis of a particular engine cycle.